there from 9. Could be exploited, and yeah, I think it will be. Yakinta's like, you didn't want us to walk through this pipe, but now we will. And now, one man about to clash with 3 members of Team Liquid imminently.
It's lucky they're only going to lose an MP9 here, right? It's not one of the rifles, so... Goofy, what do you got for us?
He's got nothing.
Perfect timing. As Yakinta rounds the corner, Patsy above, making sure at very worst a trade is available. So good counter-strike there from Liquid, and we'll be getting themselves up to the double digits. I wonder, how much are they going to hunt here? Well, apparently not enough. Naf not clearing his corners. They take away some of these guns. That's going to be key here. Doesn't look like there's going to be too much of a chase. So with the loss bonus where it's at and the fact that they're saving, they could buy again. So good management of the economy here for 9.
Yeah, making the best out of a bad situation on that one.
We have just lost Hades from the server temporarily here. Just taking a look over. Maybe just going for a quick little restart. But there you have it. Okay, well, starting to heat up now. And 9 finding themselves in a bit of hot water. Now, this isn't... It's so hard to kind of peel apart now, being in the moment.
Well, I've already created a whole narrative in my head about this Hades conversation. He's had 2 nasty deaths in a row. Now his PC stopped working. So he's either going to be super mad and he's going to start dropping dirty frags, or he's going to and be packing his suitcase tonight.
Yeah, look, that's
I'm just giving you the narrative.
No,
okay?
and that's
the personal Hades narrative.
I'm with you. You know, changing res,
now
changing
my game's
sense.
crashed, and then he's going to come back in. He's going to have weird money. They'll have to do another restart, you know.
But this is where, when you look at this team, right, and in terms of internally how a lot of these squads work, only after time do we get to hear, right? Well, I'm sure maybe Taz at home could maybe send us a quick message and say, yeah, this guy's moody, or this guy's this, or this guy's that. But they definitely need someone to be the beacon of hope or that light to get them through when times get tough. Where boys can become men if you can pick up a big series like this with the pressure on. So a deep breath, refocus, and get back in the server as we do see Hades
everyone joining screen like, dude, got this round in my head. I'm still in the zone. Would love to stay there as soon as possible.
And that's why, you know, we've seen teams in the past think some players will meditate, they'll close their eyes, they'll make sure they can ease themselves in that moment.
Actually, we've seen him do that multiple times. I think actually at the start, remember we had Naf making his adjustments. Hades was just kind of focused on his meditative state.
And if you've just joined IEM Cologne Play-ins of 2023, where the hell have you been? But more importantly, we can give you a rundown in this technical timeout about what's gone on. So we opened up with the best of ones on day number 1. 9 took on OG on Overpass, brought it back on the T side, managed to scoop that game up 19-17 to set them up with the best of 3 to progress towards that group stage against Fnatic. They fell 0-2. Dexter alongside and Roy as well, looking like he's been hit in the deathmatch. Liquid strong back actually. Moved from Copenhagen to Cologne and then took on Big, and they managed to get through a labored 2-1 victory against Big with the stand-in. Were made to work. And now here with one final opportunity to take down the Polish side 9. One of these 2 teams will be able to advance. The other limited here today. Game coming up here tonight on the main stream. Big coming up next. Progression available for all of these games as we lose Furia a little bit earlier. Well done. It's a new one. We have to some practice.
It's slightly better than Kaka.
Yeah, well, we'll do our best.
Move on there. That's all we have. Let's go. Move on to the monster to slow them down. It does seem like it's a different game plan into this one.
They didn't fully invest.
Yeah, I was about to say how little nades there are. This must have just been what was left over.
Because, well, if you want to play full CT side overpass, which includes a Hades Orb, if you went for another dropped gun round, he's not going to get his primary weapon. And then you're going to be operating in rifle-only setup. So I do like this decision, but it can still be dangerous for Liquid. How much can 9 get out of this?
Inio caught out. Nice find. And Kyla Onto Waker. Hades' frustration continues as Wiss is getting a little bit interesting for Kyler's toilet hold. He needs another bullet. Would love another frag.
Good
Patsy
damage.
lives on. 21 is what he has to work with.
Still worrying signs now for Liquid. This was never going to be a walk in the park. Now you're going to have to take some more to get the information for your team. Okay, back over towards B to investigate. Highlighted here. And Goofy tucked in tight with this MP9.
Feels like it would take a Liquid fumble at that point. You're looking at the weapon Goofy's working with and the angle. And there.
I do like this. They haven't been long against this gamble stack, but Nine can win this round. They've got
Now
the
they
players in the
can.
right place.
This is perfect. If a little bit of a distraction, Goofy needs one at range with this MP9. Already spots one. Now the clear. Naf contributes and a huge load of pressure relieved.
Well done from Naf there. Okay, he's actually going to give this one a go. Gap found.
Okay.
Even though it's the smallest of, he's got about 14 more seconds to stare at that. Oof, Patsy not far off. Damage is fine here. They're going to buy next round anyway. A kill would be great.
Got him. At least the info. No longer has that element of surprise that was favoring him. Thanks, man. Naf. Solid. Absolutely solid for Liquid. 11. Now to 8. See how many rounds it takes before we see a 9 CT round on the board. There's the AWP you were waiting for, and so were 9. And so here in round 20, we'll get that full gun round head-to-head, and we'll have an understanding of just how competitive our final map of this series will be.
Feels like it's gotten away from 9 here a little bit, doesn't it? I know it's still early stages. It's only round number 5 of their CT campaign, but I feel like because of the closeness, how they were able to bring these rounds down and do so much damage, they were lured into this false sense of security. They get things done. Naf with an exchange here over towards Sewer. Kay's going to push forward and try and punish, but now that's 2 members of the B-bomb site noted. Patsy needs to be very careful here, and Yakinda finds Kyler trying to get out of connector.
Okay, that's going to force rotations. Patsy onto Goofy, there's more. And he's gotten away. Okay, feels robbed after that one. Molotov, Yakinda can acknowledge and just distance himself from it. Already with a heavy advantage. Maybe that Hades AWP could be the difference maker.
There's so many nades though. Liquid should execute here. There's no need just to walk in. Smokes, flashes, everything at the ready as it's changing hands to Patsy, the lowest. He'll stay at the back of the pack.
And the luxury of Naf's lurk here. Interestingly, he goes first. Gets them as many answers as they can. Just looked away. He strikes, brings him low, and their hopes and dreams of a conversion here. Now their priorities change. It's save.
They're about to find that the site's clear here, and Naf, he already has them locked in. Where are they meant to go? They can rip every single rifle away here. Naf ready to take the first of the AWP, but Hades alleviates a whole lot of pressure there. If I'm Liquid, considering the situation of the game, I'm hunting.
Right.
I'm looking to take away a couple of rifles here.
It could make all the difference in a highly competitive game. Audible. Okay. Found by OC. Still defends his honor. So these 2 frags so far from Hades and K have facilitated a save. Patsy might have been here, you know.
Yeah, this is the thing. He's really not ready for this, and as he...
Low HP does lead to his demise. He trips his toes. Down and so close to killing Yakinda. 2 on his plate, but time saves them and a timeout called.
4th and final 9 timeout here. And this music, I think it really sets the dramatic tone of the moment that you found yourself out here. Navron, it's going to be the last time he's going to be able to contribute on the microphone. And if I'm sitting here looking at the finances right now with the max loss bonus, he can drop a rifle, Kay can do the same, Kyler can by himself. You can hurt him, but right now the game is slipping through Liquid. A new roster 9, no changes. The Poland team in Cologne. Backs against the wall, and they need to show up right here, right now. This is the pressure moment. This is where they do crumble, they do fall apart, and this is where their story needs to change. I don't have anything to show us here on Overpass. It needs to be now. Guess what? They haven't gone for the drops. They haven't gone for that full investment. They know their bets here. They know that they will be able to buy the next. another round that can be scary for Liquid. You need to make a dent 9 to make them sweat.
They've yet to demonstrate an ability to convert. Single defensive round, and these nades, Liquid have had great success with these HEs, just falling into Goofy and K. Ready. Short control. Connector swings open the door and wards off Kyler. Never spotted on the jump. Naf has a little bit of a premonition. There's a lot of players here. K doing damage and hunting now. They want to bring the fight, and K, the headshot machine, lays down the law with a double.
That's exactly what they need. They can win this round. 2-man advantage here. This is going to inspire some confidence.
Everything, and this is off of that timeout from Navrat. Their last one, their last chance for the coach on the mic in a do-or-die advancement match. And leaves Liquid slow.
B feels like it's a no-go zone, but they've only left Kyler here, and you can see just how far forward he is, playing this gap in defense for information. Connector towards B is somewhat open. K considering that, spotting it out from the heavens as a fast rotate. You got to be hearing this one, Kyler.
Yep. Rainwaker gave him a little bit too much sound to work with there.
Now they feel locked. Connector and ARP is probably their only way out, and looks like it's going to be a save call. 20 seconds left on the clock, and look towards the big Ks, the special Ks in the server right now. Massive work. And that all came down to Patsy not thinking he'd get disrespected. He took the first exchange over towards Sandbag, and then he pushed out deeper, and nobody had that line. He even overexposed it. He got shot in the back. He's expecting Naf to cover him. There's no cover available there. So Patsy with a bit of an oopsie, giving away that opening kill, and Liquid will give one up. 9 get on the board here with their first CT round, and here it is again, the second. Beautiful shooting. The first was the gimme, and Kyler here, he seals the deal. Not the end of the world, and it's not the end of the Liquid finances, but it is the start of something for 9. And this is the round that they were saving for. They had to save guns, they had some 5.7s, now they have all the rifles out. They have 3 bloody AKs alongside this Hades AWP. Consecutive rounds, essential here for 9.
Rainwaker responsible for being present towards that fountain position, keeps the CTs more humble. No early info flowing to facilitate a stack. Jump for info. Information flows both ways though. Snaf spots out Minio's jump. 2-man setup towards this monster. And they're clearing that mid-perimeter now. Patsy and Rainwaker are about to combine.
I feel like this is just going to be the city. They haven't taken any bathroom space yet. They haven't even investigated long just yet. So just hoping that there aren't any CTs too far forward for info. Rainwaker might get flashed around the corner, and Kinder's actually quite bravely glancing towards the bathroom. I'm not sure if he's trying to throw the bomb here and throw a rotation, but either way, tick down 50 seconds. It could be on like a gig alert. Kinder tries to run it. Towards the monster, knowing it doesn't have to just yet. Naf has his hands full. Rerouted.
I don't think they saw enough on that monster jump and jiggle to cheat a player over. Minio is on his way. Looking for finds it. It's gone. Now more action required out of Kyler. A quiet start.
15.
Needs impact. A single frag can make the difference, and he does behead the bomb. Issues for Liquid. 10 seconds and counting. The whole squad here to slow you down. And yep, the call has been made. OC wants his AWP. Naf may as well hold on to his if he can. And Minio recovering his teammates. So that is perfect. No harm, no foul. 9 up to 10.
And it looked pretty chill for 9 throughout. They weren't really pressured across the map. The only moment where it got a little bit dicey was that flash and fight, because you saw the flash of Hades. It was too deep to get your Kinder, but wasn't even well placed enough to get the player deep. He got the kill short. This was it. Flashed out, bang. You can see Rainwaker swinging off that flash. Your Kinder comes out. He grabs, well, not a whole lot, does he? And 2-round game, and Liquid, they're going to be out of cash if they lose this one.
Wow, whipping out the boost this late into the game, and no one home. Typically, that requires A bit more of an investment of utility to re-clear here, but it is Ykinda still separate from the pack.
They were very passive last round on A, and now they're a bit more far forward. Look at Kyler just still floating around here with the support of Hades.
Heard that. Bait for the Ooh, Hades didn't quite have the angle of the time.
No.
Oh, the reset from Ykinda! And a sloppy spray that goes untraded.
That is huge for Kyler to get away because Hades, he made a bit of a bad there. Kyler was baiting a step back, just moved off the angle at the worst time possible, and OC on the jump, he spotted something. The bullet won't land, but pressure down towards A.
Feeling the pressure this time.
Shadow.
They are so low. Goofy and K, 35 points of health. Coming through well with the 20 seconds. I think they're actually just having to save again. OC haven't had a chance to really see the round out.
Yeah, this is starting to look a bit like Rebel Pro, right? He's going to get anything done. I have to say, this could be the absolute worst case scenario. Look at the OC's playing 6. They get this all the way after time of the worst call. He could lose after time. There's no way he holds on to this. Oh, that is miserable. 450 bucks left for OC this late in the game. And it's a spectacular start on this team side. 5 straight for Liquid. They look like they've done enough to silence 9 to get this one done.
The demeanor shift we have witnessed here live. Ykinda's going to be kicking himself about that one, sure. Kind of getting away as you highlighted. Oh, the finding Ykinda. Yeah. He knows he had it. And this adjustment from K. Never mind, Goofy beating out now. Now the flash was great, by the way. Just unaware that it was 2 there. Well, one was still anti-Goofy, stubborn about that. Daps on the mic. Now this is actually an extra opportunity for 9 as well. I'll remind you that they've used all of theirs, but will have the 30 seconds all the same with their coach.
Well, they know right now it's shifted just as much as we did the viewer, right? OC with no money, they know that for a fact. They already knew what the loss bonus was going to look like. They know they were up against an eco. But now for Liquid, with OC with only 450, next round he gets the 2,900 loss bonus, which means, well, no AWP into the
in the third map.
And these last 3 rounds, what's happened in these last 3 rounds, right, in terms of the openings? There was a little bit more aggression over towards B Sewer, which cost them with that saved AK of K, and then now Liquid have looked limp. They haven't been willing to take the risk. They haven't been so aggressive, and when they have, you've seen Ykinda struggle with pedestrian shots for a player of his caliber.
Yeah, well, Tech9 charging towards Kyler. He seems aware, and so does Hades. Plugs Ykinda's jumping, managing his spray. Lovely team play, and that is how you keep it clean.
And a roar from Kyler there. He started this game 0-10, maybe even worse, and he's starting to turn things around. He plays a key role on this CT side, the A rifler. And the fact that, yeah, this is only eco kills, it's going to feel damn good to get something on the board.
Yeah, especially with the 2 of you, know, the squad running at you, it's just going to be a walk in the park for you. Lovely shot out as well. Like you said, it's only prove yourself. That shot.
Wow, from Liquid. They just left spawn, everybody left the bomb. Right, Rainwaker had to go back. I know it's not.
I know what you mean.
But just these little details, like why are we even leaving the bomb spawn? Drop it further down,
especially considering where we're at. Investment of time and, well, money. This is the fight. Oh, K again victorious. Naf is having a fair share of troubles with him. And Hades holding the smoke monster side. Oh, Rainwaker, no trade. Hades too quick. This is all him. Oh, it's Hades, baby, yeah. The back of that round. He's got to feeling himself now. Close, and it's 9. Seizing the lead. We're talking about the absence of City round. Well, this is their run now. 5 in a row. And with 1 Liquid kill in that run of 5.
That is
one
crazy.
Kill.
Yeah, he's been sucked out for Liquid here. It was great from Hades, wasn't it? Moving through this month every day of the week. No one stopping him now, but Liquid now. This is the thing with Takuba now. Maybe take it next round, right? 9 up against these Tech9s. This is 14 guaranteed.
Yeah, we're going to be 10.
Look at the name!
Oh, it's perfect. Minio's calling it perfect. Oh, the double. It's It's utility trouble. Rainwaker and Patsy. Shrapnel and flames. It meets their end. And now with a tut of his tongue, he has to watch.
Oh, that right there was the perfect face to show the frustrations that are starting to brew now. A game that felt like it was theirs. It felt like that shovel that Nine pulled out with those earlier buys, those financial worries, those wobbles, not anymore. Liquid shaky here. And after this conversion, just 2 more rounds and Nine will be knocking you out of IEM Cologne for 2023. You shall not pass.
You do not pass go. No group stage for Liquid. You highlighted it perfectly when you talked about the fact that no changes for Nine and Liquid obviously making new changes, but we were using that to hero build this new Liquid. You know, they were starting to truly look like a contender and looking like group stage was imminent.
And I just want to talk about the finances of Nine on this streak. Good luck, Liquid. You are not keeping them in a shaky position where you can break them late and, you know, win the game because the CTs are operating with 5-7s. They will have guns after guns after guns. You have to do this the hard way.
Jiggle smoke defense from Kyler. Nice walk up from OC. Smoke is out. Needs a headshot, and it's Kyler that provides it. Spotless and a distinct lack of frags. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another round without a single casualty. You talk about their funds and their finances, Chad. It is because of this run. 6 rounds, 1 kill from Liquid.
And definitely no plans. Definitely no plans. Held at bay. Right now, the hand on the forehead as Liquid are swinging and not finding anything. The frustration is starting to build, and that's not a good sign for one of the young bucks here. Inexperienced member Rainwaker.
That's the time. Right, okay. Down Liquid. They've got 1 left in the chamber. And what can you say? Mr. Steel on the mic.
Use that birthday wish.
30 today. And we might see a full 30 today if this team doesn't achieve anything.
It just feels in terms of the openings and what Liquid have been trying to establish. In these last few, they haven't established anything. As I said, I feel like they've been whacked on the nose like a dog. You've been naughty and now everybody's kind of reeled in. At this point, you kind of want some fire in. But once he doesn't have his AWP to try and facilitate an opener, who do you turn to? Yakinda? Patsy? Well, it's got to be as a team because Nine, they are looking exactly like that right now. Strong counter-strike from this Polish unit.
This is a move, an aggressive AWPer and a confident AWPer takes, but he's burnt to 30, exposed, flashed, and fragged. It's Patsy that injects some confidence only for a moment. K versus Naf, his nemesis.
Oh, you said K, and confidence. Apparently this kid is full of it. These fights that he is willing to take right now. You know, just playing a bit more heads up in your face CS and putting his aim on display with that kill up to 22 frags, leading the server here.
This is a victory that, if Nine were to find, it would be such a confidence booster. Playing their own game, their way, with a holding long flash. Sets him up for success, but look at the response, Minio. Takes him down. Yakinda watching now. Minio versus Rainwaker, double jiggle. Patsy's a threat as well. Good one back, but it's still K. A thorn in their side perpetually. Problematic. OC in the clutch. Now about this. Getting that bomb down. K about 36 points of health.
Liquid need this.
This would be exactly what they need. OC1! Oh! Came the spray! And 15 in the bank. 9, 1 away from knocking Liquid out of Cologne.
This spree of rounds right now, finally some penetration, finally the bomb goes down, finally some kills, finally something, but nothing to celebrate yet for Liquid. 9, holding them at bay. 12 rounds is all you'll get, they say, as Kai with that exchange back, a massive shot, and he continues. He is unleashed. You can see the confidence, not worrying about smokes, just getting in their face, doing what the in-game leader needs of him. And this is the balls that Nine need to take down Liquid now and book themselves a spot in that group stage.
I just love the body language out of Minio. It's so apparent he's trying to contain his excitement. He can feel it, he can almost taste it. Eliminating Liquid and securing group stage top 16. For the first Polish team since 2017.
This is the moment of not backing down. Hades forward once more. Kyler the same. Tucked up towards the party position. Do they have the resources to clear him here? Yakinda's making noise. I'm not sure if he's ready for anybody so up close and personal. Kyler might have the perfect timing.
Surely. They're overlooking it. Off with the flash. They're set for success. It's Kyler. Holds his nerve. and delivers the frag off the back of the flash. Now Kyler does pay it with a blood price. He's gone. And it's Rainwaker that does deliver.
You mentioned this round ago now. Taking Chris is one of the favorite picks. Raven just needs to anchor down to this stuff. Look at this. Into the play for the game leader. Stuff that could be misinfo. Rainwaker's played the needle here, but the wrong time. Other side of the map, not the worst call. Rotates over. Rainwaker have space, but I don't think it's going to happen. Minio could the round right here, right now with the push.
Wants the K. He's lining up for 9. OC on that point. Licking his lips, hatches OC, and a single frag. It all hinges on the lurk.
You've got no time to hold this shift key, buddy. 27 seconds left. You need to get a move on right here. 1-on-3 for Rainwaker. The new addition, a new name to this level of competition, but it just isn't happening.
They could feel it. They felt confronted. They couldn't do anything but 9. Recover. Run from that Polish roster. They did not let the foot off the gas. A huge run of 2 sequential rounds to secure it, to knock Liquid out of Colombia in the play-in, and to secure the group stage into 2023.
Oh, it was feeling bleak in this second half. Down out the gates here. No energy, nothing going for them, but K, a hero here today, stepping up, putting his aim on the line. And it was a team effort here, but he was the buzz, he was the spark with that save rifle to get them back in.
So good. You'll be seeing more from 9 in the top 16. The next team from Poland. It took a long time for that region to recover from the loss of the legends. But new legends in the making and knocking out New Look Liquid. What an achievement.
Yeah, this is a name. This is one for 9 to remember. Let's head over to the desk. There it is.
Welcome back.
Team Liquid around, that's not going to help any war effort. I can assure you that much. Liquid knocked out the Flames, Rip Chat, a couple more times. Stop this track.
Yeah, well, screw Liquid. Let's talk about Persona 9. Yeah, let's be honest. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we appreciating? Incredible comeback and turnaround that happened in the second half. From being all 5 down, not knowing how to get an entry kill, getting after the blister, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, turning things around. Kai taking aggressive notes, aggressive fights, and then them at the pace, knowing always where to be, stopping Liquid everywhere. That was an incredible turnaround.
Yeah, you said in the pregame that this was a test for them. You know, it's a real test, and they should show us that they're up to the task. And I think they passed with flying colors. You know, it looked like they got a little bit too much in their own hands in the second half. Not going for it in the 3v3 in the force buy after losing Crystal, then forcing again. Right, you know, like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you shooting yourself in the foot? Like, just, you know, believe in your game. You had a great T side, right? Like, believe in your CT side, and it looked weird. Like, Liquid had all the momentum. You thought that was it. They just did it to themselves, but it all with that one sort of round from K where he had saved AK. That's what turned it all around.
I wouldn't even say it was just one round for the man. He pretty much ran around the whole map as if he ran the place, you know? Wild stuff from there, and I don't think that there was any notion that Liquid was going to be able to topple that anytime soon, surely.
No, I just think that there were too many back-to-back rounds that were mentally hurting for Liquid to go through. Like, it starts with the double entry kill that we talk about from K, and then it's Yakinder trying to call the bluff from the aggression, crossing the smoke. They're having Hades waiting for them with an EWP, that slap in the face. The round after that, they try and go back to short. They get mollied and double-naded in their position. If you're an IKL at that moment, you feel like you're getting checkmate. Like, it's over. It's the worst in-your-face type of kill you could have. And from this moment on, you could see the energy just fizzling out. And unfortunately, they never had the backbone to come back into the game.
And it's still too early for Liquid, like with this iteration of the roster, to have either enough, you know, strategies and moves in their playbook for the new individuals to be used to the team and a different environment, and for Rainwaker and Patsy English and contribute, right? Like, it's all these little things that added up and resulted in a lot.
Very much true, but also as true as our US Air Force aim high. Player of the match, Minio, imagine that.
I mean, listen, all due respect to him as well. It was very well called as well. Great performances on map 1 to 2. You'd like to think that he had obviously something to say in the second side. It was a great performance, great series overall. Then we have a couple of his kills.
Yeah, and while we have all this, maybe he can run him right to it.
Hell yeah.
Let's walk through every
had pretty bad start. We lost some few runs because of miscounts. I'm glad we stayed calm because we had a talk after yesterday loss, you know. We were doing really stupid mistakes and we were waiting at each other. And today we're calm, but we're having fun basically.
Yeah, I have a question for you because I've done a lot of your games online as well. Like, what's up with Asia, man? Is this like the biggest puzzle you had in your life? Like this problem that you just cannot solve because you have to find different things and it's just not working? Like,
I mean, we had 2 games, 1-1, and we were like, okay, it's getting better and better, and then, yeah, I don't know, we are not feeling this map. We're like, everyone is doing mistakes, like we are giving up frags so easily, and that's our main problem. It's hard to say.
but try bringing back, you tried bringing Inferno for the major, but
Let's not touch it now.
Vertigo's there, so that's cool. You got Vertigo right in your pocket, huh?
Yeah. To be honest, really tough time lately on Vertigo. Tired too much. Like we were playing this all the time, and we were winning. Everything was working perfectly. And yeah, something stopped working basically. We were really tired, but we are seeing Vertigo. Okay,
Not again.
Okay, then we can talk about it now. Let's talk about overtime. Beginning of the second half, we got really worried for you guys. A couple of strange rounds happening, and then the incredible turnaround, and you make them look like a bunch of stupid kids. Tell us how you felt coming out of this now.
We're pretty confident in our T-side because our frags were like winning 12, 11 runs. I think good teams on frags. We had like 4 runs on City side, like every frag. So we are confident that we are saying countdown, play basics, and that's basically it.
you came onto the spotlight in last season, like qualifying for a couple of big tournaments, having some good results, obviously being very strong on Vertigo, being really good. Probably some disappointing results towards the end of the season, but what do you feel you are now as a roster? Like at which level, what can we expect from Nine sort of coming into the group stages? How confident do you feel with the team?
I mean, we do need to have this confidence online. We were not feeling that confident on numbers, and we are doing stupid mistakes. Sometimes we are just not hitting our shots. So we should find this confidence and yeah, basically to feel our game online. Then we can be really amazing, like top 10 for sure.
When you say find the confidence, like, I don't know, in your mind, is it mostly about just getting the repetition, getting the time play, getting comfortable with it? How do you imagine it?
Probably we need more time, probably, but we need someone to help us with our mental. Because yeah, we are just sometimes some players are really stressed. We are not dealing with each other because we know we can play way better a lot of times, but we are just taking on one.
I can tell you right now, the three of us, none of us can help with things. We rage you all the time. It's not going to happen like that. I do want to say thank you for joining us, Dziękuję, but yeah, for Polish Counter-Strike, it's a pretty good day, huh?
I can say Polish? Dziękuję za oglądanie. Znowu dużo szczęścia. Daliśmy radę.
Yeah, right. Cool. Well, thank you very much. Cheers. Cool. Good insight right there, you know. That feeling, though. Oh, man, Vertigo again.
It's kind of, I like it.
Yeah.
That reaction when he's saying, listen, we get stressed, we rage, like we don't know how to handle this. I feel like this out of the, how do you call that? You know, all the normal answers that you get in an interview, that one is not one of these. Like it's not on the bingo card. It's been more interesting, more genuine. We just have to play our game. Like, no, that was genuinely interesting.
It's true, and you know, it's normal for people to get stressed, but you also need to know how to handle that. I think a lot of time is just having, you know, almost blinders, right? You're just looking at, oh, I just messed up this one situation. If I won this, if I got this kill, we would win this round. It's like, yeah, but there's 22 more rounds to be played potentially in this game, right? And I think it's someone just coming in and helping them and keeping their eyes on the big picture, right, and not letting these small things overcome them, and then for tilt to happen and for the game to get out of your hands.
And it can slip away just like that. Gentlemen, we need to slip away as well. But really, this being the end of the run for Liquid, it is what it is. I know I didn't come out of the gate and I was like, oh yeah, 9, they won the matchup. Also, you know, my heart aches a little bit for that one, but yeah, we say goodbye to Liquid, so commiserations perhaps.
Yeah, following the steps of complexity.
What does that mean? It's like Liquid is EU right now, NA.
Twist that knife. No, I mean, it's obviously it's disappointing for Team Liquid that they didn't get into the group stages at the very least, but you know, they went up against a couple of good teams who were just better than them, and that's the reality for this roster with such big changes, in-game leader change and all of that stuff. So it's going to take a while for them to be able to be considered a favorite in some of these matches.
Yeah, and time will tell, but for Liquid, their time has run out. And so have we. We're going to go ahead and cut into a break. We're going to come back. We've got the Ninjas in Pajamas slated to take on Imperial in a best of 3. So don't go too far. We'll be right back after this.
Architect of every move and every win. The entry fragger, fearlessly leading from the front. The opper, the deadliest of them all. The support, the true difference between winning and losing. The lurker, everywhere and nowhere, patiently waiting to strike. It takes 5 champions to win. Which one are you?
It's the end of the road for Liquid here, and not obviously the result you'd want at all, Yakinda, but I'm going to touch on the fact that Ancient, you knew it was a weakness for them, right? You guys did what you're supposed to do. Then it comes to this Vertigo. Now, you guys are choosing to choose T-side on this, right? Where most teams are normally going for the C.
行分正隆なり到てもこの行分なねずやきるなおぬこのねそどい少女せこれはキッザ 本当に 私は同時さすしよけ
御人、そこの御人。この皆そうであることを捨て、死なずの取り込む。それこの戦ただぶ。それでも
蛇垣はの2つあるぞい。一つお困りごとあるならばお米を恵んでくだされよ。おこ
on the bomb site. I'm sure they've seen that smoke which is on the ground. Goes to Norm's position and down he goes, that flank from Fasha. Working wonderfully, and there goes Sassanito as well. And it will be a victory on Mirage for OG, a strong one, a dominating, lopsided affair. Apex mauled, especially in that second half.
Yeah, did not look good for them. OG get the defuse through. For Apex, let's hope they can bounce back because they were looking good yesterday, but that was not the start they needed. OG though, what a showing from them. I didn't think they had that much firepower. If they can keep that up, they could well look their spot in the groups of Cologne. We'll see if anything changes after the thoughts of the guests coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last semi-final here at the arena. NRG and Astralis. Moses, you ready for this game? We're going to start on train.
Oh, this is going to be absolutely beautiful. That Astralis we saw yesterday is so dangerous.
I think Astralis is back, and I think they're going to win this series 2-0 and prove it.
Astralis, they win the first major championship, 16-14 against Martin Pro.
You'll face it, London's major champions. It's Astralis!
Intel Extreme Masters, champions, majors, back-to-back, Astralis again!
我が息子その刀燃えていけ
are now in a good position, a pole position to actually, you know, qualify for the group stage. They play tremendously. I have to commend every single player from OG, especially Nexa, for like this like versatile calling, and it was a lot of like loose, like replays, like we used to call like instinct plays. You see an opening, you just walk out. The flash comes in, you swing. So it's very simple. Counter-Strike is not too crazy. Technically, it's just a very simple Counter-Strike side.
They look pretty interesting against Complexity yesterday, and I put it down to Complexity not being very good. But actually, I'm starting to think maybe this OG roster is sort of finding their footing. And based on what we just saw, I think it is the case. Maybe they finally figured out what they need to do.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
I'm trying.
It's just a one. That's brilliant game. Decided I like watching them go and set simple skills. The is so good. The way they're playing is so good. This is one round. Look at the back coming from the back, right? They're set up so perfectly for this post plan, and the CTs, there's not a chance in hell for them to find anything. A lot of teams, even in like Tier 1 Counter-Strike, when they're playing these sort of situations, they just like have a crossfire being set up and hope to win those duels. They have a contingency in plan. It just goes to show there's been quite a bit of breadth being put by them. At least
get that with the Deagles on A side. This is around the third everything around for OG, even though they were up 4-0, then Apex started coming back and they won this round and completely kind of derail the defense of Apex. And I can see on the Jacob's like face it's a little bit of frustration because he couldn't really get anything going on the CT side, one of his favorite sides to play in Counter-Strike on Mirage, obviously. And I mean, they didn't look very well right now as a unit when it comes to Apex. Let's hope that they get into Inferno and we get that really good.
Who did look very well though? Vito, right? Like we're talking about all the players in this team, like people like Fasher, like Keto, having the reject, so to speak, of the various you know, Keto is someone yes, he's able to replicate himself and that's when I'm like, okay.
Is it going to be the case now when he moves on to the main maybe
put my trust in Apex simply because like they have this chemistry and everything else. So, and the streak on Inferno, but it doesn't look good from the first map, but it's not unsalvageable. Is that the word? Yes, the word. Yes.
Mech Misfits, that's what I'm going to call OG, and maybe they could win this. They have a map in hand, they got one more, and they could potentially be progressing to the group stages. God off, Hawker, save me from Cassard.
What is that reaction? This would be an ace control. Oh my! Oh boy! FaZe Clan, the champions of ESL Pro League.
Here. Oh my god! Are you gonna be kidding me? What a map!
The in-game leader, architect of every move and every win. The entry fragger, fearlessly leading from the front. The Opper, the deadliest of them all. The support, the true difference between winning and losing. The lurker, everywhere and nowhere, patiently waiting to strike. It takes 5 champions to win. Which one are you?
How's the maths, fellas? This is where you. I knew you were worried.
It's rough. It's been rough.
If you need to put numbers down,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at you.
Let's take this so we
look
look
smart.
Take it.
Let's
You
look
look smart.
You look smart if you're not using it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't use it.
So you got 2 minutes for this, right? To get more time. Here's the first one. Let's imagine that Valve makes CS2 pay for access. The game now costs €20. You still have some Revolution cases, which are worth €1.20 in your inventory. What is the minimum you need to sell of those cases to buy CS2?
What? Wait. If you use this now and don't make it, yeah. 18. It's 17. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's 17. 17.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had 90 seconds still on the clock.
Ding, ding, ding. You guys got it right. And I'll give you a bonus point. I'll give you a bonus point. You can also tell me. Unfortunately, the wrong.
I'm not done with Napstone. I'm so sorry, guys.
With a €700,000 prize pool. The winning team. How much was it?
Question 3 this year, I think we'll start with you. During the clutch, Ryan Zipex's helmet used to rise slightly above 100 beats per minute.
Day.
In a day.
This one.
I'll give you the points. It's 100,000 points.
But points for 20,000 above or below. You said 78? That's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is. I don't know that on the floor.
What is your calling?
Map 1 in the history books, and well, if history is written by the victors, it's OG who might be the ones writing the books on this one. They won 16-6 on their map pick. It did not feel close, but now we do have Apex picking Inferno coming up next. Let's see if Apex can bounce back, because they need to. That first map was not even close, not in the slightest. And with a spot at the groups of Cologne on the line, they need to show us what they're made of here.
It's all in the past now. Put that one behind them and focus on their own pick of Inferno. Good numbers on Inferno. Nice to see Cuban standing behind them as well. Soon have Neo on the road as well. Nice to see the old heads. Words of wisdom to give his squad. Get them focused on what's in front of them. Never mind where the ink has dried on that Matt Fryer. Barely got started on that one at all. Have to make sure they're focused for the beginning of this one. 9 people on the server at present. Just waiting for that last one. But yeah, it was rough for Apex. But what do we make of what we've seen from OG so far? Because as the desk alluded to at the beginning of this series, they're a team that people haven't quite figured out their place in the grand scheme of things. But this new look OG look promising from what we've seen so far.
I was impressed by that map, but I think I've always been impressed by OG on Mirage. I think Assad put it perfect.
We planted safely. Time extended by Vinny. They get Flash as well, confirms it up to Rez. Chipping away at them. Last round, you want to give it as best a shot as you can. Imperial, one hell of a T-side for the 7th. What a haul. Something to be proud of there, and a recovery for sure. 8-7 first map, all to play for.